to Monday night on the Houn Show. I'm your host, Dixie Shank. I'll be with you for the next 45 minutes or so. We do 1 hour shows pretty much through the week. Friday nights we go a little bit longer. But yeah, so welcome everybody to the show. I want to encourage everyone, just as a reminder, that we would love for you to like, follow, and enable notifications on the stream, because we do go live at different times. Last night it was pretty late. Tonight we're going live just before 9 p.m. on the East Coast. So make sure you enable notifications. That way you know when we're live. You'll know when the show's going live and when to tune in to catch any new content live on stream, because who knows what's going to happen when you're live. It's definitely always a little bit crazy when you're live. So you can also call into the show. We do take calls right here, and we'll answer the call live on the air. Well, we won't answer the call live on the air. We'll answer the call. I guess it would be live on the air, but yeah, give us a call. We'd be happy to have you on the show, to discuss whatever, any kind of stuff that we've gone over or talked about. We'd be happy to discuss that. If you'd like to make an appearance on the show, meaning you're going to be on the stream during a live podcast stream, you can email me at dixie.shank.protonmail.com. The email is in the banner on the bottom of the screen, and it's also I believe it's on the contact form on our Rumble page, as well as YouTube and any other platform where I think there is a contact email on there. But yeah, you can reach out to us and we'll see about getting you scheduled to be to make an appearance on the show. We're anybody that wants to appear, let's do it. Just keep it decent, right? I mean, don't of course I'd have to bring you up from so just saying, keep it clean. And I'm not talking about language. We also stream primarily on Rumble, but we do have the stream up on X and YouTube right now. Now, YouTube, we will end the stream, but basically we won't do the whole show on YouTube. But if you want to see the whole show, just move on over to Rumble. The description's in the or the link's in the description on the YouTube video you're watching right now, or any of the other videos. But you should find a link down there to get over to our Rumble channel, and you can watch our stuff, the full episode there. We also have a locals page, and we would like nothing more than to get the community involved with the content that we put on this stream. Give us a look over there on locals. You can right now become a supporter for just $5. $5, and you can become a supporter and have full access to the locals page, which means you'll have access to the chat over there. And we're also trying to build up our base, because last night we did an experiment. We streamed live to locals, and I didn't realize that you have community tier levels, right? And we're brand new, so our show is brand new. We're not affiliated with anybody currently. We're not, spin off from some other social media, business or experts or content creators. We're just basically brand new, ground floor, starting out type thing. So we would love for you to come over and support us on locals. That way we can get access to the other features and also add additional content. I think right now we can only store about 5 gigs on our locals page, which is not very much video content, especially when you're doing stuff in high definition. So, so we hope that you'll decide to support us, and let's do this thing together. Let's kind of build kind of a community movement. People from the community could get on. We can do appearances, phone calls, what have you. We want to speak to everybody that's willing to speak to us, and let's see what we come up with. Right? Let's see how this thing goes. It's an experiment for me, and it can be an experiment for all of us to see what kind of information can we dig up, what kind of understandings can we gain through collaboration with everybody in the community, right? So yeah, so head on over to our locals page, check it out, man. It's pretty cool. I mean, we don't, like I said, we're just at the basic tier level, so we don't have a lot of features available to us yet, but we hope to get some supporters so we can get to the next tier level, which would mean, more storage space, additional video content that we can do. And we're working on some stuff right now to try and figure out what we're going to put on there, like what type of exclusive content, maybe some real red pill stuff, like supersized red pill information or content that we'll cover over there for subscribers only, and well, for supporters only. I call them supporters, not subscribers. So yeah, so if you you want to get behind this and support us and join in on the community about what we put up on the podcast, possibly even do an appearance yourself if you like, head on over to our locals page. That's the Houn Show.locals.com. So check it out. Check it out. Give us a call. Number at the bottom of the screen. And we're going to basically keep it that way for YouTube right now. We kind of use YouTube as just a reach tool so we can get to more people, expose the stream to more people. But there's some content that we can't really, discuss over there on YouTube. So that's why we cut the stream and continue our conversation on Rumble, because Rumble is really the last truly free speech social media left, I think. Rumble and locals. X is getting there. I mean, I know that really, I think Elon purchased X and it kind of turned into like it was buying like one of these, you see those TV shows where they go and they auction on storage units that are abandoned to see, with the chance of getting something really good worth selling or whatever, but I think Elon kind of did that, right? He bought and didn't realize what was inside. Now they're having to undo years and years and years and years and years of code and just stuff that's way down deep buried, and you can't just go in there and start ripping it out because you'll break the whole platform. So you have to be careful and systematic with it. So it would be a long process, and I can understand that. So we'll see how that turns out. So far, so good, but we'll see. So we do stream to X, and we'll continue to stream to X as long as my account's active. So a lot going on right now. I mean, we got more talk about going to Mars by Elon. We've got Trump trolling the judge in New York for his Stormy case. We got another ship with a near miss in New York Harbor, another big ass cargo ship, just like that one that hit that bridge and collapsed it just a little while ago, right? And there was another one that got close, I guess, and the tugboat's intercepted real fast, I guess, or as fast as the tugboat can, and helped it out because its engines had stalled. So it's just, a little strange. There's also a lot of stuff coming out of Twitter's been on fire. I mean, not Twitter, but Tucker has been on fire with some of these interviews he's had lately. Of course, the biggest bombshell one was probably Vladimir Putin. That probably made his year. But he's had some recent interviews with the lady Sage Steele, and she used to be at ESPN, and she's kind of started exposing a lot here lately about what's really going on at ESPN and the censorship and manipulation of the media, But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. We got the Bitcoin halving coming up. I mean, it's like maybe 11 days away now. That's going to be a big deal. I think there's even a lot of parties, and there's probably I don't even know. I mean, thousands of podcasts probably scheduled to cover the Bitcoin halving that day or that week. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out as far as what it means for a Bitcoin adoption rate and what people see in it. Because I mean, it's really the best store of value, and that halving is mathematically sound. I was reading something the other day, and this is true. So Bitcoin's monetary policy, right? The protocol, its monetary policy is very simple math. Well, it's not simple math, but it's easy to understand. And we'll go over that this Friday. So this Friday night, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, and we're going to go into what the halving is. We're going to look at the mathematical equation that is how Bitcoin is issued. It's monetary policy, so to speak. And we'll kind of break that down. I found some good resources on that. We'll kind of go through that to understand what that means and what the halving is exactly. And but we'll be doing that this Friday. But yeah, exciting times we live in. Exciting indeed. Well, let's go ahead and get into some of the latest happenings. So as I said, that barge almost hit a bridge in New York Harbor. Here's a picture of the barge. I'm not sure if this is right after it was stopped or if this was even the same day or if it's just a general picture, stock photo. I'm not sure, but John Conrad posted today breaking. Or I'm sorry, no, he posted this on the 6th. Breaking, a New York tugboat captain has reported to at G-Captain container ship APL Qingdao lost power while transiting New York Harbor. They had three tugs, but three more were needed to bring her under control. They regained power and were brought to anchor near the Verrazano Bridge. So that's got to be scary. Right after that collision that happened not too long ago, and the bridge collapsed there, we have another situation where one of these gigantic container ships lost control again. And fortunately, the harbor master and the tugboats were able to thwart disaster by grabbing this guy and steering him away from the bridge. And they got power restored. There was an episode that was done a few days ago. There was some commentary being provided by Donald Trump Jr., and he was talking about diesel engines. And I've worked on diesel engines years ago, and he's right. They basically run forever. I mean, obviously you have to maintenance them, but this isn't, for a diesel power plant to just stop all of a sudden. It's kind of, I mean. Now, you also have to take into account that story made such a big deal because it hit a bridge, right? The one that happened a few weeks ago or a week ago. So in actuality, how often is these types of near misses paid attention to? This might be just somebody trying to ride the sensationalism, like, hey, oh gosh, another boat. So it may be more often than we realize, mainly because people didn't really, it was, I guess, small news, wasn't worth covering. But when you have a bridge, when you have one of these things do this and then hit a bridge, that's worth covering. So now we're probably going to see a lot more of these types of stories. I'm not saying that there's not something nefarious going on here. I'm just saying we have to be a little cautious about what we're seeing and really think about what we're reading, what we're looking at. Just because somebody brought it to us doesn't always mean that that's a signal that something's going on or something else is going on. It could be just a coincidence. I mean, there's some things that are really hard to put in that category of being a coincidence, but we just have to keep, discernment, right? Think about the content you're looking at, think about the stuff you're looking at. But I put it up here on the news because it happened just a few days after the other incident. And it is relevant for sure. There's another picture of the barge. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is a stock photo. I can't see a reflection there. So somebody took this from another boat or something through the window. So maybe this is a real photo of it. I don't know. There's no way to know. So if anybody's watched Yellowstone or has been watching Yellowstone or has watched Yellowstone, Cole Brings Plenty, which was an actor, nephew of, Cole Brings Plenty, I guess he starred on it, but he's nephew of Yellowstone star Mo Brings Plenty, found dead in Kansas at age 27. It's the story was published out there today. I took a look. Actually, they've been yesterday that this was released. But actor Cole Brings Plenty, best known for his role in Yellowstone spinoff 1923, has reportedly been found dead in Kansas, less than a week after he was first reported missing. This is the gentleman here that went missing. TMZ reported that the Johnson County Sheriff's Office issued a statement on Friday revealing that they discovered the 27-year-old nephew of Yellowstone star Mo Brings Plenty in a wooded area. Law enforcement officials said a citizen noticed an unoccupied vehicle nearby and notified authorities. So 27 years old, he was missing since March 31st. So he's been missing for a little over a week. This was on Friday, this past Friday. Brings Plenty was last seen in Kansas on April 1st. TMZ reported that his disappearance occurred shortly after he was named as a suspect in a domestic violence case. Lawrence police had submitted an affidavit to the district attorney for Brings Plenty's arrest after an incident on Easter morning, which allegedly involved a female victim screaming for help. Officers were dispatched to the scene, but by the time they arrived, Brings Plenty had already fled the scene, reportedly in a white Ford Explorer. What's up with white Fords? Cole was most famous for his role in 1923, but also appeared in Into the Wild Frontier and The Tall Tales of Jen Bridger. Feel bad for his uncle. But so his uncle was also on Yellowstone. I mean, from this headline that I got here, nephew of Yellowstone star Mo Brings Plenty. So Cole was on there too. I watched that show, and I think he was one of the extras. It's been a while since I watched the show, so I'm not sure exactly if that's him or not, or what role he played. It was a long time ago when I watched it. I mean, how long has Yellowstone been around? A few years. So I mentioned earlier about the Tucker interview with Sage Steele. This is a good interview. I would go watch it if I were you. It's a good interview. It's kind of revealing, and we're going to touch on a couple of things here. But first, unfortunately, we're going to have to say goodbye to our YouTube viewers. If you're watching on YouTube, please move over and check out our Rumble stream. The link to our Rumble page and our channel is in the description on YouTube. Just head on over to Rumble. It'll drop you right on our channel, and you can find the video right there. You can click on it and pick up the stream. If you do it real fast, you won't miss anything, but you got to be super quick. Super duper quick, because we're going to give you 60 seconds starting now. So we'll be covering the rest of this story with Sage Steele in the interview with Tucker Carlson. I'll be having a few more sips of beer. But yeah, this is a really good interview. If you hate Tucker's guts, you don't really care for Tucker. I don't really watch Tucker every day. I don't even say I watch him every week. In fact, I think I go several weeks without watching. Most of the time when I see Tucker content, it's in my feed on X, and I'll watch the clip or something. And if it seems interesting enough, I might go and watch the whole interview, or at least what's available for free. I don't subscribe to his website either. I have a hard time doing that, subscribing to some of these big people's websites, and paying them $20 a month to watch their content. I mean, it's, professional grade content and video editing. But I get enough of what I need for free. All right, YouTube, we love you guys. Come check us out on Rumble. We're waiting for you.